Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. I knew that I wanted to do a icy purplish look today to mesh with the outfit, and so that is what I did. I kind of dipped around a little bit, but I mainly used the Kylie Jordyn collab palette, which looks like this. So stunning. And we also use the Tutti Frutti liquid glitter eyeshadow, which is what is on my lids, as well as dipped into a few other palettes that you guys will see along the way. And here's my Instagram right here. I'm gonna link it right here because I actually show a lot of like mini tutorials and makeup hauls and just a lot of stuff that you're not going to see here on YouTube. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I'll link it below. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it so you'll be notified of all of my future uploads. And without losing any more time, let's just get right into this tutorial. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and film this after I already started the eye look. So I'm going to backtrack and get you guys caught up. I set my eyes using MAC's Paint Pot and Soft Ochre, and then I set that primer using some RCMA No Color Translucent Powder. I have already started creating my fake crease, but I'm going to go over it really quickly. I'm using the Morphe 3B Pure Nude little palette to do that. This does not have a mirror, so I'm going to be picking up this middle shade, which is Velvet. And looking straight ahead, I'm just going to place a little dot on the skin fold of the hood of the eye, and I'm going to begin to create the fake crease and map out the shape of the eyeshadow look that I'm going for, which is pretty much the same every single time because I actually like the same eyeshadow shape all the time on myself. It's just what I like on me, so it's just what I do. So with that little dot, I'm going to start at the inner corner and map out the shape. I'm just going to follow along, take it in there. Sometimes I use this shade in here, but today I'm going to be using this shade from that little palette. So mapping out, placing a little dot, starting on the inner corner, and I'm just going to pretty much follow the natural shape of my natural crease and my contour of my eye. So I'm just following along with the natural crease shape, so it looks like this. And then I went into adding some bronzer. Here's another look. Adding some bronzer as a transition shade, and I'm using the Cocoa palette for that. It's just the pressed powder from the Cocoa collection. I'm just using this bronzer, and I used, let's see, what is this? This is the 441. So what I did was I grabbed a little bit of bronzer, and following along with the shape of this crease that I created, I just laid down the bronzer, laid it down, and then I started taking it in. I like to concentrate most of my shading on the inner corner and feather it out to the end because I really like that Kylie Jenner effect, and I just feel like that is what looks good on me. So I like to have kind of a structured inner corner and then fade it out to the end. I took it in kind of to the nose contour as well, and then I also kind of took a little bit down through the nose. I brushed this up towards the brow and angled that following the shape of the crease that I created. And then now on a JH36 blending brush, I'm just going to grab some Bobbi Brown Bone color shade and use this as a blending tool shade and also my brow bone shade. I'm going to put a little extra and dust it downwards so that the transition shade, the bronzer, has something to kind of blend into. Back into this bronzer a couple times until I got the desired depth for the transition shade that I wanted, and then I blended it out with my blending tool shade and my brow bone shade, and now I'm ready to go into the Kylie Jordyn palette, which looks like this. It's one of these stunning palettes, just take your breath away. So on a MAC 217, I'm going to pick up a little bit of True Love Now this does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, but I think it's going to be okay as a crease shade because the shimmer seems pretty light. And what I'm going to do is, because I like most of my shading on the inner corner, I'm just going to kind of start it kind of in the center and towards the front. And then I'm going to lightly just feather this out. Now, I'm not going to take this as high as my transition shade, so I'm not going to go up towards the brow. I'm going to kind of stop midway, just taking it just like a little bit higher than that fake crease that I created. So I'm going to kind of stay in this area here and put most of my shading kind of in the front corner, following along that line. And then I'm going to pick up the blending brush and just make sure that everything that's kind of out here is blended. On a MAC 217, I'm going to go into Peru and I'm going to pick up just a little bit of this orangey shade just to add a little bit of a warmth to the look, and I'm going to stick with the same brush and go in the same area because I want the same kind of effect. I just want to go over what I did just to add a little tiny warmth to the look. So I'm kind of just doing some layering and blending, layering and blending here. I'm trying to take a little bit at a time and blend it softly, and then take a tiny bit more. I'm just trying to be real conscious of not taking a whole bunch of color at one time. All right, I'm using a Kevyn Aucoin dual-ended brush, and I'm just going to pick up some of this bone color shade, and I'm just going to start to map out my lid space shape. I'm cheating my lid space a little bit. I'm going to take this all the way up to the fake crease that I created. So basically a few millimeters above the natural crease. All right, I have just laid down some of this Tarte Shape Tape. It's an eye primer. And now I'm using the Bobbi Brown concealer brush, and I'm just going to smooth it out and get the eye prepped. Most of the time I don't use concealer, or I don't do this step, but I really want the color to pop, and this will give the shadow something to stick to and will also increase the intensity of the color, and that's kind of what I want with this. All right, I'm going to go into this purpley shade, My Heart, which is very similar to the purple in my outfit, and that is why I wanted to do this purple look today. And I'm just going to start to lay down this intense purple pigment on my lid. A little bit of MAC Fix Plus on this cream color brush here, and I had to look through like 10 different palettes until I found the color that I wanted to work with. So I want to lay down kind of a shimmery shade before the glitter, just to give it something like to kind of gleam underneath. So I'm going to use the BH Cosmetics. This is the Galaxy Chic palette, and I'm going to take Cosmic right here. And I think this is going to give me, yeah, this will work. This is going to give me that pop that I want to have underneath the glitter. Make it without my BH palettes. Like, I literally rely on them for everything. I think I got almost every single baked palette that they have. I really need them. I need them like I need water. So now I'm going to go into the Wild Child palette, and I'm going to take this white shade like I use on a lot of my looks, and I'm going to take this on the inner corner because I like a bright inner corner. So I'm going to just pop this right on the inner corner here. I'm only going to take it kind of midway. All right, now I'm going to pop my Holy Grail. I know, I'm so old school with everything. For my inner corner highlight, I'm using Max Nylon, of course. And I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. That just makes everything pop. All right, so now that I have everything kind of mapped out and I know exactly where I'm going to place the glitter, I'm going to go back into this purplish shade now on this MAC 239, and I'm going to go right above the shimmer and just make like a little border line, I guess. And then I'm going to kind of push that up. So I'm pushing it up. Now this is tapered on the side, so if I'm holding it straight ahead, I can just push this up. So I'm just gonna kind of make the color kind of go poof, but just a little tiny poof. We don't want like a big old swashbuckling of color. Just going to put in a little baby wing before I put in the glitter. And what I usually do is I kind of draw a line from my lower lash line up, and then almost to the end of where that line is, I take it straight across. So basically, like my lash line, I go about 3/4, I guess, of the way. So about 3/4 of the way, I will kind of draw a line straight out, and it will connect with that line that I put out on the side. And then I just fill it in. All right, and then I take a flat brush. This is from Makeup Forever. And I stamp the root of the lash line from the start of the wing all the way to the inner corner. So we are going to go in with this Tutti Frutti liquid glitter eyeshadow in the shade Guava Glitz, which is it has like an iridescent, it's almost like a clear, but it's like iridescent. It just like has a bunch of different flecks, and there's a lot of purple reflection in here, which is why I wanted to do the purple base. But I went ahead and touched up my face. I used the Cocoa Face palette, used the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight, because we use the bronzer as a transition shade, so it just seamlessly ties everything together. On my lips, I used the Kylie Libra liquid lipstick, the matte, and then I topped it with the ABH Blizzard gloss. So now we are ready for this. This is literally like my favorite moment, and I'm just gonna grab this palette for a mirror. Oh, this literally like takes my breath away every time. I've used this a couple times. Oh, and I'm hoping the camera is gonna pick up how incredibly stunning this is. Oh, I can't breathe over here. I'm having another one of my heart palpitations where I can't breathe. Oh, this icy purple is giving me all kinds of vibes. Ooh. All right, as a final step, I always go back into my bone color shade and put a little bit back into the brow area. And I also use the concealer end of it, and I wipe away any flecks of anything and make sure that it's nice and smooth. I know some people use concealer for this step, but I just prefer to use a white bone color shade because, like, well, I'm different anyway, so why stop there? All right, I am so loving this look. So I'm gonna finish it off now with some Mario Badescu spray. I just got this. This is the facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. And here we go. Ooh, that's a lot of spray. Whew. Oh, feels so good. All right, guys, that completes the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're new, don't forget and hit the subscribe button. And love you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.